What is going on, Cowboy? Today in this video, we have Syscoin, a new project coming out, and we have a foundation member in Chris, and he's going to be in the hot seat today with us, and we're going to be grilling him with questions. We're going to be asking him stuff like, hey, what is Syscoin? What's it all about? Is this a good project for you and me to invest our hard-earned money and time into? Okay, there's a whole bunch of projects out there, it's a bull run right now. Everything's going crazy, so we only have so much little pennies to push into a project. We need to pick the best ones, and this is the best way to do your own research. If you're new to this channel, my name is Aaron. I'm on a journey to my next Bitcoin while helping you to your next Bitcoin. I got to mine in like 4 months. It's fantastic. I was super blessed, but I am not your financial advisor, okay? I'm a lizard brain, real armed, diamond headed cowboy exploring the wild west of cryptocurrency with a whole bunch of other cowboys. If you want to roll with us, hit the subscribe button down below. Of course, join the Saloon. That's the Telegram channel. You can go on cowboysofcrypto.com, be official cowboy today. That's all free, good and well. But look, you and me, we have a situation here. All these projects are exploding. It's hard to figure out which ones are the best ones to attach our money and time into, to follow, to have our heart palpitating for. And if we go to these other like YouTube videos and stuff like that, a lot of these YouTubers don't tell you if they're promoting a project. They don't tell us if it's sponsored or whatever. And so sometimes their information can be biased. It could be skewed, and you don't have the best information. They just kind of read the website with no excitement, no nothing. And so I thought, hey, I feel like the best things the best way to understand people and understand projects is to just talk to them, have a long form type of conversation to figure out, hey, whether or not this is something you could, attach to. And so here in the video, here in this interview, we have Chris in the hot seat from Syscoin. Chris, welcome to the
Hey
hot seat.
guys, thanks Aaron. Thanks for having us on.
Yeah, yeah. Good to have you. Love you. Looking great, sounding
Got
great.
the
I
beard.
I love it, man. I love it. This is good stuff. Okay, before we get into Syscoin, I want to know about you. Chris, you're a foundation member at Syscoin. What does that mean? Where did you come from? What's
Yeah,
your background before coming into crypto, and what does a foundation member mean?
yeah. So basically, I've been in hospitality my whole life. So pretty much since I was 14, and also like a bit of a computer geek. So as far as that goes, like coming into crypto was around 2012, 2013. So my mate, same thing, computer nerd, flicked us a thing about Bitcoin and then mining and all that. So I was like, oh, what is this? Like, it wasn't even like around a money thing. It was just like this new tech, like this looks cool. So I thought, we'd dabble in that. We started mining Bitcoin and that, but then we found out it was probably a bit too late for that. So then we got into like Litecoin. We even mined Dogecoin on the first day it was released. So that was fun. Like just seeing, it was one of those crazy things. Like you're getting like millions of Dogecoin like over a couple of days,
Did you
and
sell
then
or did you hold? Did you hold that?
yeah, I no, I sold that back on was it Cripsy back in the day. Yeah, so yeah, it was a couple of $1,000 back then to pay for the electricity bills, but
Oh, you got. I
so
mean, yeah,
yeah,
you had to get you got to get the electricity.
yeah, power in Australia is just so expensive. So yeah, it was pretty much to pay for that, and then yeah, then it was more he got some Bitcoin from that, and then it was like looking into other projects, so scouring Bitcoin Talk, and then came across Syscoin, seeing that they were launching and they were doing like some eBay type styled platform, and I thought this was pretty cool, and then 7, 8 years later, I'm still involved, and eventually joined the team. I think it was about 3 years ago. So and then raised the ranks through there. Pretty much just started off as a mod, and then joined the marketing team, and then the foundation team, and then yeah, the rest is
Awesome.
history.
Awesome. So you just wandered into this to this project. Like you started off on the fringes and you started just making more
Yeah,
bigger plays, bigger voice in the
yeah,
system. Oh, this is
yeah,
awesome.
pretty much. Yeah, like it's just it's a great community. So hanging out with them daily, you can speak to the devs, speak to the team daily. So it was just like, and then it was like watching them what they were building. It's like I want to I'm pretty heavily invested in it. Now I want to become part of it and help the team and push it forward to where it needed to be.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay, Chris. So tell me, what is Syscoin? What's it all about? What's it trying to accomplish? What's Syscoin?
So basically, Syscoin. So we're taking the best of both worlds. We're trying to take Bitcoin, Ethereum, mold them together into a modular chain, and to create, the best, scalable, secure, decentralized platform at the end of the day. So it's like taking the best out of Bitcoin, like so the UTX model, UTXO models, chain locks being merged mined with them as with Bitcoin as well. So, you know, keeping like what's it called, like a secure blockchain, and then from Ethereum, taking the smart contract layers, the ZK rollups, and moving into Validium for the scaling side. So it's having the best of both worlds. I think over the last seven years developing, on Syscoin, um, is we've sat back and just watched the research and that and seen what's building for the future at the end of the day, and coming up on the 6th of December. This is the latest iteration of where we've combined all that knowledge over the past 7 years to create what we think will probably be the go-to platform.
Gotcha. So let me just you were saying all kinds of stuff. You're
Yeah.
obviously a bigger brain than I am. Okay, so I'm just gonna start base level for my lizard brain cowboy investors. Okay, so I'm sorry
Yeah.
if I'm talking like prehistoric here for you, but you're a
Yeah.
blockchain, right?
Yeah.
There's Bitcoin, there's Ethereum, there's Binance Smart Chain, then there's Syscoin, right? And it's a different
Yeah.
blockchain. And you're
Yeah.
saying you take the best of both worlds of crypto Bitcoin and Ethereum, and you're pushing them into Syscoin. Now,
Yeah.
use in layman's terms for me, what is the best of Bitcoin and Ethereum? And you see some big brain knowledge over
Yeah.
there. Okay, so knock it down for me. And here's what I understand: there's like a trilemma of blockchains, right? There's the speed or scalability. There's decentralization and security. Am I close to here?
Yeah, yeah. So pretty much, yeah. Like, so you got like, so the standard monolithic chain. So the monolithic, you like your three things. Like you want your execution layer. So that's basically where everything's pretty much where the users transact every day at the moment, and plus your security. So whether proof of work, proof of stake, and then data availability. So that's basically where your scaling solutions, whether it's on chain, off chain. So where Syscoin differs compared to like Solana, BSC, and all that, um, is they're monolithic. So they're trying to do all that on that one chain. Where we're with Syscoin, we're modular. So we've got different layers, two different chains running side by side, parallel. One's like the Bitcoin backed, with the UTXO, so the unspent change, chain locks. Plus, we're merge mined with Bitcoin, and we keep within the Bitcoin code base as well. So, we keep up to date with that. And then you got on our NEVM, so that's our networked enhanced virtual machine. So it's like the EVM layer of smart contracts end of day. So
Gotcha.
that's our second. That's like our other chain. So that's basically the Ethereum. What we're taking the best bits of Ethereum. Um, so like the from that. So we're taking the best bits of Ethereum, like the smart contracts, ZK rollups to scale, and
Mhm.
then Validium for the data onset, so to really scale off chain transactions, and then obviously those layers, and then you come back down to your base layer to settle it all, and then secured by Bitcoin.
Fascinating. It seems like it seems like you've got like a lot of things happening right there, right? I'm not even trying
Yeah.
to attempt to repeat what you're saying. If you watch this, just go back and repeat this stupid video. I'm like I don't know. Here's what I'm getting, right? Here's what I'm getting. You've got two different chains running simultaneously, side by
Yeah.
side, and you've got one operating on the smart contracts and the other one operating on the security. Is that
Yeah,
any?
but both are secured by because both will be merge mined with Bitcoin.
Okay.
So, but it's just like, so the Syscoin base layer on this side. So basically, you'd want to do that for, say, you'd use that for stable coins, like high level transactions. It's just a secure model, proof of work. And then on the other side, your smart contracts. So, to do all your DeFi, all your staking, all your
Got it. Got it.
like NFTs, all that
Hmm.
kind of, the
The stuff that
degenerate
we're
sort of thing.
interacting with.
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
the everyday kind of thing, the Web3 at the end of the day. So
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
got the
Yeah.
Web3 model on this side, and then you know on this side you got the Bitcoin
Yeah.
side of things.
You're not talking to a technical guy here. You're talking to a lizard brain
Yeah,
investor here. I'm just so okay. Let's get back down to lizard brain type of mentality here. Okay, so you've got this. You're working on this amazing chain, right? This project Syscoin. What are you trying
yep.
to do with it? Who are you trying to appeal to? What kind of problems are you trying to solve? I know you're saying you're trying to build like an alternative or where the future is being built on. But what does that future look like? What are you trying to create in my brain? What are you trying to create for me?
Pretty much like basically end of the day, it's like a secure, decentralized, scalable platform to put into perspective. So it's like building for the community, building for the future, where we can onboard, you know, like thousands of transactions per day, like creating a chain for the world to use at the end
Hmm.
of the day.
Got it.
So
So
like
how's it like? So if I'm a developer, right, and I want to bring my business onto somewhere, right? Like,
yeah.
okay, I'm looking at Binance Smart Chain, I'm looking at Ethereum, I'm looking at wherever, I'm looking at Solana. What makes Syscoin different? What makes Syscoin attractive and appealing for like someone who wants to try to help develop their business on it?
So it depends on what layer you want to go on as well. So it's just say for the Syscoin side, it's hard to like distinguish. But say that well, I'll go with the Syscoin Bitcoin side, which is so you'll go if you want to say stable coins on there. We've got like our Syscoin platform tokens. So not smart contracts, but like Bitcoin coded based. And then those tokens say we've got like notary issues there, so you can whitelist or blacklist people. So it is pretty much the KYC AML of blockchain that
Okay.
we've created. So you can use that for that, say for like mainly stable coins, issuances like that, or you can run your what's called your standard tokens from there as well. But like to
Is
get
that not
the
available on other blockchains?
not that I've seen like the notary issue. We I believe we were one of the first to bring that out.
Wow.
So yeah, so it's pretty much yeah, like it's blockchain. It you can go into the blockchain and yeah, like it's you can switch that on and off at the same time as well, like depending. So you want to come over and develop it, and that's just say a new central backed currency, or we've had talks with the SEC as well in regards to it. So just showing them what's out there at the end of the day, like in terms of KYC and AML for the protection of users at the end of the day, is whether governments want to use it, whether banks want to use it.
Hmm.
So, and then that's all secured by the Bitcoin merge mining.
Gotcha.
And then if you move over to the NEVM side, then that's where we bring into all your smart contract, your smart cities, where you can do metaverse, DeFi, staking, all that kind of loans, that kind of jazz there. But it's again secured by Bitcoin through our merge mining with them,
Hmm.
and it's scalable. So like our ZK rollups will scale up to about, I think it's around 210,000 transactions per second, and
Whoa.
then our
Whoa.
validity, then our Validium will scale like basically theory for now, but you know, um, we've got a paper on it, so we've written that. Um, I'll
Two.
send that. I'll send you that as well. It's very in depth. I've read it a couple of times. I still don't really understand it, to be
You don't
fair. Like
understand something? Yeah, right.
it was written by one of our lead dev, City with Jag. So it's very very in depth in his theory around um, computation at the end of the day. So
Okay.
then, like, so we got like our NEVM layer. a ZK roll-up layer. So this is on the NEVM side, and then we'll have the Validium layer, which will scale till about 4 million plus
Okay,
TPS per
hold on.
second.
Uh, hold on. You're you're talking some
Cheap,
crazy.
scalable.
You're talking some crazy nonsense right now. You're saying that okay, you've got three layers here on the EVM side. You've got a
Yeah.
you got a ZK rollup layer, which I think is the second one. You got just the base layer,
Yeah.
which handles 210,000
Uh,
transactions per second.
so the base layer, NVM, so that's just to create, that layer for the smart contracts to live.
Okay,
It's like it's more like the settlement layer because everyone at the moment is trying to settle on layer one, where that's the monolithic way of looking at things. Like you shouldn't be trying to settle on layer one. Like, I mean, you should be trying to settle on layer one, but doing all the transactions on a different layer. So
got
that's where
it.
the
Okay,
ZK. So our layer one is around what is it? So our block time's about 2.5 minutes per, and then it's around the same as Ethereum at the moment TPS wise, but then like as far as execution goes and where you should be doing your building at the end of the day to for your users, it should be on our layer two, which is our ZK rollup, and then
okay.
so the ZK rollups, they batched and then settled on the layer one, but yeah, so that's the ZK rollups will be about the 210,000 mark, and then you go on to the next layer, which is Validium, where pretty much the data is off chain, and then that can scale infinitely, basically. Like we put 4 million TPS because that's based on processing power, computation, and all that. But as it gets better, then processing speed and that gets better, throughput and that, um, obviously that can scale infinitely.
Okay, I think I'm getting this. All right. So you've got a base layer, an NVM. What's an NVM
Yeah,
again?
NEVM. So that's
EV
our
and
take.
EVM.
Yeah, and
God, let me
yeah,
just get this.
NEVM. Yeah,
Okay,
so it's
gotcha.
like
You got okay. So yeah, I got that. An EVM, right? Enhanced virtual machine. You got that base layer. Then and
yeah,
and then you have a layer two solution, much like Ethereum has layer two solutions as well, right?
yeah,
Is that correct? Something similar.
yeah,
So you
yeah.
have
So
the
like say ZK Sync at the moment.
yeah,
So
ZK sync, ZK rollup, handling 210,000 transactions per second, TPS, if anyone wants to know, right? I got that. And then
yeah, got
the
that down.
third one, I didn't even know you could have a layer three solution, but you have Validium,
Yeah.
which is off chain. And what does off chain mean? It just it takes it off the chain and handles its transactions here and then brings it back
Yeah,
on the
so
chain.
not yeah, so it's pretty much just to stop bloating on, like, you don't want data on chain.
Yeah.
So like that creates a bloat in the system. It drives up like it stops scalability at the end of the day. So that one's off chain, and then it comes back down through the layers to settle in batch
I didn't even
transactions.
know that a layer three solution is even a thing, right? Like I always hear
Yeah.
like layer two solutions.
It's
Okay,
it's
okay.
still
Let me.
sort of like a layer two, but yeah, like it's just the way we've built it. It looks like layer three, but really it's
I get
another
it. I
layer
get it.
two
I'm
two layer.
sorry. You're like schooling me right now. You're like I'm learning as we
Yeah,
go along. I'm taking notes and
that's
stuff like that. Trust me. Okay, so what the heck is monolithic? You said that a couple times. I'm thinking like a big statue. Like a big.
yeah.
So what the heck does a
So
monolithic mean?
yeah, so it's basically, so what we're doing, how we do it all in layers, like how we believe it should be doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Monolithic is they're trying to do it all in one. So they're trying to secure the blockchain in one layer,
Oh.
they're trying to scale in one layer, and they're trying to do all the data in one layer. Whereas we're
Mm.
modular, so it's building on top of each other. So this layer should do this, secure the network. This layer here should do our, where everything should execute, like all the DeFi and all that should be on this layer, all the data, off chain should be on this layer, and then they all meet, come back down to the layer one and finalize there and settle. Whereas
Gotcha.
monolithic is trying to do all of that in one, and you just simply won't scale that way.
Gotcha. So
So
it's monolithic
it's
versus
kind of,
modular. No, I get it. I get it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Monolithic versus modular. Monolithic, everything handles on one section. It's like if one person was handling all the jobs at one time in like a kitchen,
Yeah,
versus
Yeah.
modular when you got three different people here. One person handles one thing, and then, so on and so forth. That's probably a loose
Yeah.
example here, but that's
Yeah.
kind of
Well,
how
because
my lazy brain.
I own a burger bar as well, so it's like the chefs. I'll put it like this way: so modular is like the chefs cooking the patties. You got all made in the corner here, deep frying the
And
chips,
you got a
and then
server in the front.
you got the servers, and
Yeah,
then you got you guys plating the burgers, putting the burgers together, and then chucking the chips in with the burgers, and then that comes down to
I
layer
get
one,
it.
and then out it goes.
I get it. I really do. I feel like enlightened right now. Okay, so I got like a general overview of Syscoin. I'm just going to rewind this thing and watch this back so I could really understand it. Really, it helps me understand blockchain. As a whole, right? I'm not a developer. I'm not any kind of this. I'm an investor at the end of the day, and so help me
Yeah.
to understand from an investor's standpoint. Why should I be excited about Syscoin? Do you have like awesome like businesses being developed and partnered up with you guys? Do you guys have a huge catalyst? I see on your chart, if you guys want to look at the chart, hit them up on Coin Market Cap or something, and you'll see these like huge spikes and stuff. So, what is it that is exciting about Syscoin right now as an investor?
Yeah, so I think a lot of what we've gone through the last 7 years has been building to this point. So, like as far as marketing wise, we've really held off in marketing, so to push until we were ready, because we know like other blockchains and that like they do like to spend millions on marketing and that, but produce nothing at the end of the day. So it's kind of we've always held back in marketings until we thought we were ready for what we wanted to produce. So and that's the stage where we're at the moment, with an EVM push. So as far as projects coming on board, like it's one of those things where we're still in talks with a lot of projects. Um, we've got like we have what's called partnered with a couple of projects. So we got like Pegasus, so that'll be like our AMM decks and Mute as well. So they'll be our first ZK rollup decks.
Hmm.
And then we've got a couple. So Luxy that I think you were speaking with Bradley as well around that. So Luxy's our an NFT marketplace. So it's been built on Polygon, but it's originally it was going on Syscoin, and but due to an EVM being built, they'll port over to Syscoin when that's built. And then we got GSDAO. So that's like I think everyone's probably knows Omi's at the moment, Olympus Deo. Have you heard of that one?
Omi?
Olympus Deo.
No.
Okay, yeah. So it's like so GSDAO they're doing it a different way. So their treasury will be backed by gold. So gold, another partner with Syscoin is Load AGX. So yeah, you can buy. It's a digital form of gold. So they're trying to do that as well. Um, and then obviously when we launch and that we'll have hackathons, and then we got TVL incentives, user incentives as well for projects that want to onboard.
Okay. So I used to be in sports and like wrestling and stuff like that. And we
Yeah,
would like lift weights all like train and work out, and then like for like off season, no one would see us. We'd be in the gym, and then finally our time would come to shine and to compete and be like, hey, this is let's we finally have our showcase. Finally have our time in the spotlight to like showcase what we've been working on in the dark. That's kind of what
yeah,
I see here. You said
yeah,
you guys been working on Syscoin for 7 years, and now you're finally ready for some marketing. Like you've been trial and error, and you're going through and developing and all that. Now
yeah,
now you're finally ready to release the marketing. And so, as an
yeah,
investor, there are three things that I picked up on that might be exciting. One is that finally marketing is starting to be pushed out from Syscoin, meaning more people will know about it. And if you're watching this video right now, you are one of the earliest. I called Syscoin maybe like 4 months ago, man. I was here, and so.
yeah. I watched that one.
Oh yeah, so I mean, I like it, right? So one, you have the marketing push. Two, the EVM launch coming December 6th. You said, right?
Yeah, so given on depending on block times, it's scheduled for around December 6th, plus or minus a day or two.
Gotcha. It's November 20 23rd at the time of this recording, probably 25th, 26th when you're watching this, guys. So there's the EVM launch. And the third thing is what I'm really excited. Every time I see like new blockchains like really getting traction, it's the projects that are on the blockchain first. These like primary like a DEX or like an NFT marketplace like Luxy or Pegasus that really start to get all of the attention because that's the only place to go. That's like the premier place to go for
Yeah.
this blockchain. And so, yeah, you've got the first to move right with these new projects coming on board. The EVM launch at December 6th, and then the new push, the new focus of marketing from training in the room to now showcasing our skills. Is that about fair to say?
Yeah, no, no, definitely. Like it's trying to push it, and then like pushing our comparison charts as well. Like at the end of the day, we want to be like we are a scalable, secure platform.
Gotcha.
Backed by backed by Bitcoin, but you're spending fraction of a cent to make a transaction. So we're at the moment, unfortunately, whether Ethereum is amazing at the end of the day, like the amount of development that has gone into that, but it's I think at the moment until ETH 2.0 comes out, like it's leaving a lot of people behind. I suppose that they've got their layer 2 solutions as well, but even that's becoming a bit expensive as well to get into that. So I think they're leaving a lot of the community behind at the end of the day, like 'cause, like to transact or even just to do simple things as like creating an NFT or minting, yeah, so minting an NFT or staking anything like that.
Yeah.
It costs you a couple of $100, and if you're made $50, but it costs you $100 to get that out, then like it eventually get there. Like we, no doubt, like we love working with other projects as well and learning from them. So we've been speaking with ZK Sync, their layer, their how they're doing ZK rollups. We've spoken with a number of platforms over the years just to learn from them at the end of the day and build the one of the best blockchains that we think we can deliver.
Yeah, gotcha. So let me ask you a little bit about the marketing strategy. Obviously, it's a little bit is to reach out to these YouTubers like myself, like these yahoos out here who just have a
Yeah.
camera, right, and a few people to listen to them.
Yeah.
What? Give me like a full picture of like what's the marketing strategy like? I feel like we went through the EVM, or like how it all works and stuff, a little bit, right? But let me touch on the marketing. I've come from a marketing background myself, so what's your like mentality here? For marketing? Are you trying to get to like these small YouTubers? Are you going to pay for big guys? What are you guys doing?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's probably going back on a bit of our history as well, why we haven't had a major marketing push before as well. Is like when we did our ICO back in 2014, like the funds that we raised were lost, slash not lost, they were stolen by the operator. So that exchange was moolah. So if you Google that, you'll find out. He went to prison for other things, but we raised about 1,500 BTC back in those days, which it was pretty good penny, but back then it wasn't as much as it was, would be these days. But yeah, so these guys, the original developers and that, they all worked full-time jobs, did Syscoin part-time, and then it hasn't been until late that we introduced our governance model through masternodes that we could the community supported us, but we put in proposals and that to do things like development or get on exchanges, marketing, and that. So now that's all come together. We've built a war chest since over the past couple of years, and pretty much getting ready to make our strike for when we were ready. So that was pushing out to influencers like yourself through YouTube, Twitter influencers, doing AMAs, doing interviews, doing banner ad campaigns, really trying to push it. Got our TVL incentives as well. Doing hackathons. We'll do hackathons probably in the first or second week after launch, just to you know
What's a hackathon?
pretty much getting developers all together and have a day where you can introduce them to our system and have some sort of competition in regards to building something out on the Syscoin and EVM side, like smart contracts and that, and then just seeing having a judging panel and seeing what people can create at the end of the day. Like go crazy. Like
Awesome.
it costs you pretty much nothing to deploy smart contracts and interact with it. So it's pretty much open free to you know it's called hackathon, but developers at the end of the day, to come together and create something for the NEVM and win prizes at the end of the day,
Cool.
and maybe
Cool.
even create a project out of that.
Gotcha. Now, is there anything left that we haven't covered here that you want to cover for Syscoin? I'm sure there's a million things you could cover, right? What
Yeah,
are the
because
the most important things that you had to cover today that it would be a loss if we didn't cover it?
um, I think one of the main things we always get bombarded with, because we are a coin from 2014, so it's like change your name. Like your name, because we got that Syscoin, so it's always change your name. I think like every, you'll see every 6 or so months it'll pop up in our Discord or our socials of like, or we get called like Sissy Coin or Step Syscoin, Bro Coin, and it's like, we get a couple a bit of flack of that, but I think it's we are one of the original probably 100 tokens from when
Wow.
the altcoins all started back in the day.
Wow. I had no
So
idea. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah, so it's like it's got a bit of history behind it. Our logo has changed over the years as well, so that's kind of hard as well. Like because our logo still same name Syscoin, but then the logo, it's gone through different iterations.
Sure.
So you'll see some pages with this logo, some pages with that logo. So it's a bit
Bro,
hard there, but like
the
our
internet remains undefeated with the names,
yeah,
dude. It's just
yeah.
you can't get away from it. It's crazy.
It we've had a lot of history there. So like there was that Binance API hack back in 2018 July,
Oh,
I think it was.
jeez.
But yeah, so Syscoin went to 96 Bitcoin. So one Sys was worth 96 Bitcoin. So if you got in then,
Oh,
you so some people sold for that price. It was
that's
crazy, but
amazing.
it was just like yeah, but shit like that kind of it's a kind of a bad rep for us at the end of the day because it wasn't our issue, it wasn't our fault, like, but
Yeah.
it was blamed pretty much on the team. Like a couple of news articles in that retracted, and but if you still type in Cisco into 96 BTC, it'll still come up
I'll tell you what,
as
man.
a Ciscoin issue.
I don't think you have anything to worry about that because I started in March, April of this year, 8, 9 months
Yeah,
ago. So like, and
yeah,
I feel like there's like waves of new people coming on. They don't know that nonsense. You know what I'm saying? They don't
yeah.
know anything about that. We want to know where you at now, where you're gonna go, and from by all means, I'm so excited about Syscoin. I'm so excited about like get the idea of getting in early into a blockchain that's just opening the doors right now. And so I'm super excited about this. Look, if you're watching this video, guys, don't take my word up for it. I'm a lizard brain, right? I don't understand half the stuff this man's talking about with the words and stuff like that. So I had to break, I had to slow down and talk like pre kindergarten level for me. You know what I'm saying? But you need to do your own research. Go to the website. Go check out their links. They're in the description. I got two questions for you, Chris. One, how do I get Syscoin?
So at the moment, best way if you want to purchase it, probably Binance is our major volume at the moment. We're in talks with Coinbase and KuCoin at the moment to get listed there. So
Oh,
it's
good.
just in
I'm
a
in the
review
states, so
process.
I don't have Binance.
Yes. That's the thing. We're finding hard at the moment for US residents to jump on board. So that's why we're in talks, yeah, with the Coinbase or KuCoin.
Please,
With
please.
Gate.io, I'm pretty sure you can get through them.
Okay. Yeah, we could use
Um,
that.
yeah, or if you're just looking to jump into our Discord and play around with Cisco and like to test out our smart contracts, test out we've got a faucet in there as well. So and then we do these mini missions to kind of shill Syscoins, and you can earn Syscoins through that way as well.
Gotcha. Cool, cool, cool. All right, Chris, I got one last question for you. But if you watched this far already, thanks so much for watching. We really appreciate you hanging out with us and listening about Syscoin. Look, if this is a great project to you, get into it. If you're not in the States, you could probably buy it easy on Binance. If you're in the States, you got to figure out a way like me. So especially if
Soon.
especially if like something brand new, something that's just getting started here, not brand new and get started, but like this next phase of in Syscoin's life is very very exciting to me. And so yeah, I personally really like it. Anyway, Chris, one last thing: in a sea of projects out there, right? Coins like
Yeah.
crazy, tokens like crazy. Why should I spend what little money I have on Syscoin?
I think basically it's bringing the best of both worlds from Ethereum and Bitcoin, combining them to one to create a secure, scalable, decentralized, and platform at the end of the day.
Awesome,
So
awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, Chris. Guys, thanks for watching and watching this interview. Chris, hopefully you're not heated too much. I'm a little heated. You roasted me, so I'm I'm not too sure about that one. Anyways, guys, don't overthink things. Get into basic, good projects, right? With good teams, good development, good just like a good project. Stop with the Inu stuff, right? Lizard
yeah,
brains, gorilla
please.
arms, diamond hands. We're going to the moon together, guys. This is the best time to make life-changing wealth, in my opinion. The future financial systems of the world will be built on blockchain, and is Syscoin one of them? You decide. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.